Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to WWE The People, the podcast for the fans, by the fans. I'm Ted Terzansky. Joining me is Triple J Joe JG.
Yo,
Joined down below, Andy Terzansky.
Oh,
And down below, Frank Gerhardt from Geek Spot News. Gentlemen, so we are coming off of Crown Jewel, the gigantic PLE. Look, I'll give it, I'll give the Saudis their due because it's a huge cash cow for them. And it's a huge cash cow for WWE. It's not big for us, but it's huge for them. Credit where credit's due. I'll give it to them. But I really want to hear your thoughts on the Crown Jewel Championship.
which one?
Both of them.
It's stupid. Next question.
Frank,
It makes no sense what they just did. This screams of a Vince McMahon thing. This you just literally elevated one of your two champions from both the men and the women above the other champion and slightly devalued those two champions that lost. Slightly.
Correct.
You had Gunther, who was on a monster tear, and then you put Cody over Gunther, which you expect because he's their cash cow right now. He's
See, Andy.
number one in merchandise sales, according to Pat. Number one in this, number one in that, and
According to Pat.
but he is. He's up there. But you elevate him above. You elevate Cody above Gunther. I mean, I think it's stupid. The belts are staying over there. The belts. I think I saw the belts worth like $3.5 million, and Gunther makes $300,000 a year.
It's insane.
So
Absolutely insane.
So you bring Cody more up here. I mean, he's already on the high from beating Roman. He didn't need that.
No.
Now you put him as your face completely, right?
Yeah.
Then you take Liv and bump her above Nia. I don't love Nia, but that was stupid too.
That had everybody and their mother involved in that match. That was so. I honestly forgot Crown Jewel was on.
same.
I was doing some undecorating of my house from Halloween, so I think I got into it. What match did I turn on? It was I think it might have been Liv and Nia.
Mm-hmm.
So I completely didn't see the tag team championships match. I didn't see the Bloodline was the first match. So I honestly never even got to watch it.
That's how you know it's going to be a dud because it's just like, I mean, that should have been your main event.
Yeah, I mean, I thought everybody in here thought it would have been the main event.
I mean, but I understand putting that first.
Do you?
Yeah, because of the disappointment that you're then going to get from the other two matches. It wasn't a bad card. It really wasn't. It
was boring.
It
Yes.
was. The KO Randy match wasn't even a match.
It wasn't a match. It was a slugfest, which is cool.
And that protects
It elevates the story, correct?
right, and it protects them. And then, given what happened on SmackDown and what Kevin has done, which we'll talk about going forward. After that, his character it took him up here.
It's evolving. It's evolving. Now you're starting to see that sadistic Triple H-esque cerebral assassin character, if you will.
I didn't like Seth going over Bronson.
I see. I totally forgot that match happened.
I don't know.
Now, the Seth going over Bronson was stupid. Now, again, you're falling into that Vince McMahon realm where you're starting to elevate only a certain amount of talent and everyone else is being left behind.
Mm-hmm.
You're starting to put like them in the, I don't want to say mid-card status, but they're teetering. They're teetering on that level, if you will.
Yeah.
Triple H has always loved Seth Rollins. That's no secret.
Okay.
So he's always loved Kevin Owens, which has been no secret and all that stuff. But again, at the same time, he did right on Kevin Owens' part. But with Seth, even if Bronson and Seth had knocked each other both out cold and a double KO or whatever, you could have elevated Bronson Reed a little bit more. But now you just killed his momentum completely.
So
yeah, I agree.
yeah, but if they take the LA Knight triple threat match was really, really good. Those three guys that was a great match. If you take Bronson and Seth and you stop doing these best of threes and you expand the story like they did with Andrade and Carmelo. Best of 7, that's a little much. But if you do something like that with Bronson, where then you give Bronson a little bit more of an upper hand, then it works out. But if you don't do that, what was the point?
Right. But at least with Carmelo and Andrade, they were fighting over the right to face LA Knight.
Right. These two guys aren't fighting over anything but
hatred, quote unquote.
Well, I think they also tried to rectify that on Raw. I think they realized that mistake, and then Monday Night Raw, they go and that storyline continues.
Yeah,
as it should, because I think Bronson Reed is a phenomenal wrestler, big dude, phenomenal wrestler.
I would like to see him against Gunther
down the line.
Yeah.
Down the line.
So I mean
the two heels, I don't know, two heels that really never really works out well.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But I guess I don't know. I didn't hate. Actually, yeah, I did. I didn't like the crown jewel thing.
It sucked. I said that in our other group chat. I hated it. So there's my remark on.
There were some good matches, but overall, the Gunther Cody match was a good match. It really was.
Yeah.
But
it didn't tell a story. To me, it just didn't tell a story. It was this, Cody won in a lazy way. He went over a lazy way. See you, Andy.
Yeah, he said he'll be right back. So
okay.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. I mean,
the final, the finishes, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's their cash cow. That, credit where credit's due for them. But, WWE's making a crap ton of money off of it. We'll leave it at that. But moving on to Monday Night Raw, which...
But just real quick, because I didn't get to watch the first two, maybe 3 matches of Crown Jewel. I had seen clips here and there on social media or YouTube or wherever it was that Jimmy had missed the breakup pin from Solo to Roman.
Yeah,
so
he did.
Jimmy was supposed to...
Yeah.
No, is that true? Is that story?
No, it was kind of a... I'm going to use a word that Chris Jericho hates. It was kind of a botch.
Okay.
Yeah.
But again, the bloodline part of that was top tier again. The timing of Sami kicking Roman when Roman was in the air for that super punch. You could say botch all you want for other stuff and wrestling's fake. The timing that took live was perfect.
Yeah.
Hit him right when he was supposed to, right at the spot that he needed to. It was delivered perfectly.
The prodigal son returns.
Oh, dude. I don't care anything else about WWE right now.
Did it seem harried though? In my opinion, it seemed a little harried.
They sped it up, and I think part of that has to do with Dwayne and his uncertainty of what they're doing.
Right.
We're going to talk about going forward.
Right.
The rest of the stuff that they're doing culminated in SmackDown last night in yet another step.
Correct.
From Crown Jewel, just focusing on Crown Jewel and Raw, it's just they're cooking right now with the bloodline stuff.
Oh, right. I mean, again, and we've discussed this a million times plus that it's not going to get old anytime soon.
No. What has me a little interested is the right before SmackDown when Sami was talking to Solo, and then Solo.
What, SmackDown yesterday or SmackDown last week?
Before Crown Jewel.
I didn't watch.
You mean
I didn't watch SmackDown.
End of Raw?
Or it might have been the end of Raw.
No, I remember Raw. They were in the parking lot or something.
Yes,
Whatever.
that's what I'm talking about.
It was SmackDown. I'm sorry.
That was Raw. It was
Raw. I'm sorry.
Okay. But anyway, that ending, and then they go into Crown Jewel. Sami is a babyface. Do you think that indicates a heel turn anywhere between maybe now and Royal Rumble?
Of Sami?
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't.
Sammy's not a good heel.
But it just, to me, that part didn't make any sense to me.
So I understand what they're trying to do storytelling wise, and they're trying to leave. They didn't want to just have Sami come out and be like, "Hey, I'm back, guys. Everything's fine." They needed to put a little dissension, and they needed to draw it out a little bit more. And I think they were drawing it out because SmackDown was taped after Crown Jewel. So
Yeah.
all of that stuff was leaked ahead of time. What happened on the SmackDown after or before Crown Jewel?
Before.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, everything's
Raw-
back alive now. Everything's live.
Raw was I believe Raw was taped, and then it was live SmackDown.
It was because Raw was in Saudi Arabia too.
Right. And that Raw stuff was leaked. Also, I saw something online that one of the Saudi gentlemen paid $50,000 to sit at ringside on a couch.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway,
The Saudis have the money.
so Raw was taped and all of that was leaked, which is part of why, if you watch TikTok, everybody but JJ that uses TikTok, all of the WWE like reactors, the guys that do the reaction videos and stuff, they all got their accounts banned. WWE went by and threw copyright stuff at them and banned them. It happens all the time, but it was a lot of because the Crown Jewel stuff was leaked ahead of time because it
The
was
time difference.
right.
Yeah.
So the stuff that happened on Raw, I knew most of the Bloodline stuff that happened. If we're going to move to Raw,
Mhm.
again, cooked.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving the Raw. So yeah, we already covered the Bloodline stuff. So now we're back to Damian Priest versus Gunther again. So I
He
don't know how I feel about it.
I passed out, so I did not even get to see the last hour of Raw.
So
I didn't even know who won. I'm not gonna lie. I had no idea.
it was Damian
I know it was him, Dominic,
and Seth.
Bronson Reed, right? Was he in the
No,
match?
Bronson interfered in the match,
Oh, okay.
and then Damian Priest won.
Yeah, so for that match, you guys would have
It
to
was-
take the wheel. I didn't see it, unfortunately.
It was Sheamus, Priest, Rollins, and Mysterio.
Okay.
And Dominic actually played pretty well during that. I didn't watch a lot of it either. I was playing Call of Duty. No, wait. Yeah, I was playing Call of Duty. Liv Morgan came out and had a promo, and then
I saw the beginning. I did see
I
the
don't
beginning.
understand that why they have Bianca and Jade messing with Liv and Raquel. It has to be because Rhea's injured.
That's exactly it. Because
Yeah.
of Rhea's injury.
She
So
broke
it's
her orbital bone when she headbutted Raquel or something.
yeah.
Brutal.
I at first I thought like is that a legit injury or they just did that to write her off television for a while.
Legit injury.
But it's legit. I was just like
But one of the good things they're doing with the Jade and Bianca is they tease the eventual breakup of those two. Those two are going to have a great program when they break up.
Yeah, they're going to break up probably around Royal Rumble time and be ready for Mania.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we called that from the very beginning.
Yeah,
It's just
we've been
like,
calling
all
that
right,
since she came on the
When's
scene.
the Jade heel turn coming?
They had a women's battle royal for the number one contender for the women's title,
Whose title? Liv's?
Liv's title.
Okay, I didn't see who won that.
Io Sky won that. She should win the belt. But her going over as the champ would be great.
Against Liv?
Yeah.
No, I think Liv's is too hot right now, that program with her.
She's gonna win. Liv's not gonna lose the belt, but because she just won that big stupid thing and because she's got a ring now,
Right. Io Sky is more so the sacrificial lamb.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
What else did they have? Did New Day versus the Viking Raiders? I mean the War Raiders. I mean whatever they are.
The Oakland Raiders, yeah.
Yeah.
They keep teasing the New Day breakup. But this week's Raw coming up is going to be some big
10-year. Yeah, it's a 10-year anniversary.
Oh boy, I'll make sure to fall asleep for that too.
Yeah.
Well, Big E will be back.
Who?
Big E.
Is he coming back?
Not
He'll be
to
back
wrestle.
for the reunion.
What about Odyssey Jones? I thought he was the best member.
I don't think we're allowed to talk about him anymore.
Oh, damn. He was my favorite member for all 3 weeks he was there.
But I know the big part of Raw that happened was Sami coming down. And I like the fact that when Sami's come out the last couple of times, and even with Jay, they're not coming out doing all the fanfare and stuff. They're just coming out to the ring.
They're coming out like I'm pissed off to be out here. I don't want to be here.
Yep.
And but he's just like, I know we've got a problem. We got to deal with it.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm enjoying that, and I'm really enjoying the tension between Jay and Roman.
I'm enjoying that too.
It's great because Roman comes out with Jimmy, Roman's music.
Yeah.
And then Jay comes out to Jay's music.
Interrupting him.
He's his own person.
Interrupting them, and he's coming out as his own person. He's not, this is as of Raw, he's not there with them yet.
Right.
Him and his brother are okay. But him and Roman aren't okay.
Right.
And Jimmy isn't okay with Sami. So that whole dynamic is still going on.
Right. And Sammy's not okay with Roman in a way.
Sammy's not okay with Roman. Yeah.
So yeah, so definitely letting it cook. Now, perfect segue to SmackDown. So before we go back to the Bloodline stuff, but now they introduced the women's U.S. title,
which is good.
Time.
About time, right?
Absolutely love.
Now you need to have a women's Intercontinental.
So do you think they'll do that on Raw Monday?
Not yet, but that should be in the pipeline.
You're looking at after WrestleMania, maybe something like that.
Really? You think that long, or do you think they would have like the inaugural one at WrestleMania?
I mean, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
That would be the thing to have. But now you introduced another title, so that's another thing that the women can do at WrestleMania, which is good.
Instead of having a gauntlet match or...
Right. That's another title that Charlotte can come back and win first.
Where has she been? She's
still rehabbing her knee.
Yeah.
But she blew like
6 months ago, she was like 3 months ahead of schedule. Now all of a sudden.
But she blew like 3 or 4 ligaments in her knee. Speaking of blowing ligaments.
Say his name and he appears.
I'm waiting. It still says connection failed.
Easy come, easy go.
So SmackDown cooked again with the Bloodline stuff.
Yeah, I did actually watch all of SmackDown yesterday. I will say that much.
No, I meant last week's.
No. Oh, last week. I meant yesterday.
Last week was live. There he is.
Last week was live, or last week was taped? Because yesterday was live.
I'm confused.
Yeah,
so last week was the week. Last week was
they were in Buffalo last night.
Yeah, they were in Buffalo last night.
I keep saying last week. I meant
we're past last week. We're on to yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad.
That was so last week.
Lexi picking in.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello, my friends.
Say his name and he appears.
We just mentioned the women getting another belt finally.
And then Danny showed up.
That was that was the highlight of my night last night. Watching, I think the belt looks awesome. It does look good. I like the women's world title better, the white one better than the men's world title.
Same.
So I always like the white title because I always think of like the Intercontinental Championship, the white one. So I guess I'm biased because that's my favorite championship.
I said it's a great belt for Charlotte to come back.
That's my favorite one right there.
Yeah, it's a great one for Charlotte to take.
Great belt for Charlotte to win first.
Yes.
Are we? So
did you guys talk about the Bloodline situation on SmackDown yet?
Yeah, we're jumping back and forth a little bit.
Just going into it now.
Yeah.
But real quick, do you think this is going to be because Rhea's hurt? Do you think they're going to try to, excel Becky Lynch coming back faster?
No.
That's
all on Becky and when she wants to come back.
Sounds good. Okay. Anyway,
that report went out that she was asking for $2 million a year. They said that was all fake, and even if she came back, it would be well more than $2 million a year.
Yeah, most likely.
Then again, Gunther's only making $300K a year.
He's going to get a big pay raise come contract time.
Yeah.
Listen, if a guy like Trey Turner get $300 million, Gunther can get it.
Don't start you.
Yeah, I saw the group chat. Don't worry.
So jumping to the Bloodline, again, we've been jumping back and forth all around the Bloodline just because the story has just been epic. So
I'm not a huge fan of what they're doing that they did yesterday. I think they rushed it. I think
we said that. We said that.
Yeah, I think I liked last week when I tried to avoid all the spoilers from the recording.
Yeah.
But I felt like the idea of the Avengers all fighting against each other before they have to team up was such a smart way to go. And then it was just like 1 week passed and Roman for like an hour became the old Roman, and then they weren't getting along. They couldn't get on the same page. Then all of a sudden, an hour and a half later, they're
on the same page,
all on the same finger up. You know what I mean? I felt like it should have this like bickering back and forth should have went all the way up to War Games. And like, I mean, obviously they have to agree to do the War Games match. So I get that, but I felt like Roman should have been out there on his own a little bit longer. And the guys each time would have had to keep coming in and helping him out until he realized he had to humble himself and realize that he needs them. And that's what I feel like they should have did. It just reminds me so much of the Avengers, the first movie, where, you know, like they just, the first 2 acts of the movie, they're all just talking shit to each other, you know? And
I would have posted this to us, but what I thought would have happened was...
Oh, wait, I just realized you did get the shirt already from Julio. I thought that was going to come like next year.
Yeah, man. I paid for it to come.
He airlifted it to him.
Yeah. So I thought that last night would have ended with Sami not involved with them because Roman... So Sami wanted Roman to apologize to Jay, which he still hasn't done. Mm-hmm. I thought Sami would have left and that it would have taken another week or two for Heyman to come back to convince Roman to bring Sami back into the fold. Because
that would have been great.
They kept showing Roman alone last night, and that was perfectly set up to end the show with Roman getting beat up again. Do that.
Yeah.
Maybe Jimmy comes out and makes the save. But it does feel like it's rushed, but there's still one more member for each side because it's 5 on them.
Yeah. Well, I'm just sitting there going, I'm watching. I'm just like, dude, like the best thing that they can do, like, sure, Roman's over no matter what, heel, babyface, whatever. But if you want that real babyface turn, that story, you know what I mean? Like, you got to humble him. And for him to still have the personality, like, my shit don't stink, you know, you guys are below me. But yet at the end of the day, we're all going to team up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be some legit like moment. We keep going back to the Avengers. He
needs a redeeming factor.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it's going to work either way. But I'm just saying, if they're really going for that story of, you know, again, his redemption and his to become like a very good leader instead of a freaking, you know, a jerk off leader, then this is what they have to do. But yeah, I agree with Frank. The Sami thing should have played out like this, or that whole Sami thing turning on Solo they could have drugged that out because it could have been an inside job the whole time.
I thought that went too fast too. Like we said earlier, that for the crown jewel thing, the haluva kick that Sami hit Roman with, that was so perfectly timed. It was so well done. And it felt like they just erased that when he walked up, hugged him and flipped him. And then again last night when he came down to the ring and he looked all sad and he looked angry and he came into the ring and he ran up and he kicked Solo again, which I
didn't need to be.
I really really deep down had hoped that he would have hit Roman there.
Me too. Because it would have been like, did he mean it? Did he mean it? Did he mean it?
But
whose side is he on?
Now, the fifth member for each side, does The Rock come back as the fifth member at Survivor Series for Solo's side?
I was saying it's going to be for Roman because he does it for Roman. Even if
that's too much star power on Roman's team, though.
Unless he turns.
Yeah. That's where I'm getting at. The question is, does he turn on Roman at Survivor Series or does he turn on Roman at the Rumble? I think it's going to be at the Rumble.
So the rumor now, for those of us that actually get to go to Vegas, that's not the rumor is night 1 is Cody versus The Rock. Night 2 is Roman versus The Rock. That's the rumor 6 months out or whatever.
The Rock hasn't even committed yet. The hell is that?
It's a Zodiac killer hat.
I thought it said the Philadelphia Zoo for a second.
No, we distribute Zoa Energy, which is The Rock's energy drink.
So Danny would have an inside scoop then, per se.
Not really. So I'll not to talk about WrestleMania real fast. So when we got Zoa for the first time, sorry, my dog's driving crazy. We got Zoa for the first time. We had a meeting with them, and it was right before WrestleMania. And I was like wondering, like, how are you not going to give out free samples and stuff down at the stadium? Like, I didn't understand that. So months later, we officially have them, and they brought it up because they were asking, what can we do to help get Zoa's name out there? You know, I was like, I need more POS, which is point of sale stuff of The Rock. I was like, because that's what a lot of people want to see his face on. I was like, and I questioned that. I was like, why didn't you guys I was like, with WrestleMania being in Philly, like that would have been a perfect time. And I didn't think about it. So afterwards, they said they couldn't touch anything at the stadium except for if they wanted to do something in the tailgate.
Right.
C4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
So is it that and the Prime stuff?
No, because C4 because Prime if you notice, they're not using Prime's energy anywhere in WWE because Prime Energy got they
got
slowly
sued.
they got sued, so they weren't even pushing the Prime Energy.
Gotcha.
So it was basically hydration. But as far as energy drink, C4, the WWE has their own C4 flavor, and it was all over WrestleManias too.
Yep, yeah, because we got the free samples at that Wrestle World or whatever the heck it was.
So there you go. That's why Zoa, they couldn't do that. But I was like, damn, they would have gave me like a bulk ton. I mean, I would have got about 5 handed out before I had to go to the hospital with my kid, but I would have felt free about it. I would have gave them out. But yeah.
I really do think that the Bloodline stuff was great, and I will tell you that the match of the night had to go to Machine Guns versus A-Town and Grayson.
Good match. It was a good match.
Great match.
They are doing exactly what they were brought in to do for the tag team division. They're bringing attention to it. I think the only thing about the tag team division that I'm not liking just yet, which is the idea of the storyline idea. Like I feel like it's more the tag team division is very much more like AEW, where it's wrestling, Ring of Honor wrestling, which is great. But I think the stories they got to give the tag team division a little focus more on story. And the Jade and Bianca thing, it's just not believable to me.
It's
so
not.
We were talking about that earlier. We already said that they're already laying the foundation for them to break up.
Yeah, I could see that, and I think Bianca's going to be a heel turn. I think she's going to be a heel.
Should. Bianca is the heel turn?
Yeah. I think so.
I think so. They're both over, but Bianca going heel makes more sense.
Okay.
And Bianca ruins their goddamn entrance, man. Every time Jade comes out looking like, this is the shit, and then all of a sudden
coming back to the
it
just popped in my head.
Frank, you need to do that with your beard.
We're coming back to the women's US title. Do you think Tiffany cashes in for that?
No. Do not do what Austin Theory did that, right?
Yeah, because they didn't want Austin Theory to be the champ.
Right. Well, Triple H didn't.
Well, Vince McMahon kept changing his mind, and you're going to be the best.
Yeah, kid.
But no, I don't think she cashes in. I think they do some kind of a big, they'll do a big tournament for it. And if I had to pick right now who wins it,
Bayley.
Candice LeRae.
Really?
Candice LeRae.
I like that. I actually like that a lot.
Because
I think Bayley for me. I agree with Joe.
India's gone. Bayley's high profile enough to bring some gravitas to the champion, but I think you put it on someone like Candice LeRae. She's been a quiet workhorse. Her matches are always good. She
puts everybody over.
Yep.
Everybody.
Yep.
She was at the comedy thing with us when we were at
she's great.
Yeah, she's what's his name's wife, right?
Gargano.
Yeah.
They're teasing a breakup between the two of them too.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
That always happens, though.
Yeah, but he's better as a heel. Ciampa's better.
Much better.
I just don't think they gave Bayley a fair title run.
No,
not at all.
She was a placeholder. She was a placeholder. Like Drew was a placeholder for 5 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yeah. Now is Drew legit hurt, or are they just holding him out for story?
So he's got family issues. He's got I think he had 2 or 3 deaths in the family, like aunts and cousins.
And his wife was sick for a while too.
Punk, and he was legit hurt. I mean, he had a big ass gash in his head.
Yeah. That I knew was real.
But it also had to do with the fact that he had family, some family.
I think in essence too, you're keeping Punk away from Seth in the long run. And yeah, Drew had the issues he had to tend to at home. So I think it's a perfect scenario for both of them.
Yeah. But guys, let us know what you think in the comments, because this is a lot of interesting conversations today. So
Point down.
Like, subscribe. Hit the
yeah, but the other, well, we got what 2 weeks until Survivor Series.
When is it again? I forgot.
It's after It's the weekend of Thanksgiving, isn't it?
It's usually the weekend after Thanksgiving, but the weekend of Thanksgiving would be December, so I don't know.
It is.
It's the 30th,
November
right?
30th on the
Oh, okay. So it's just okay.
at Rogers Stadium.
So
So it's up in Toronto,
It's in
Vancouver.
Vancouver, Canada.
It's just one big thing.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to
Canada's
say
just
that.
one big place.
Well, the Bloodline stuff's cooking. I'll be honest with you, my brain's kind of fried right now. So it's been just a lot going on. I've been focused on is the Bloodline, and I think that's what everyone's been focused on. So
That's literally the only thing I think, and it's funny enough too because
what do you do with Cody now? I mean, Cody.
Who?
Whoa!
Oh.
I don't know who he. I don't know. Like, who do you throw?
He's Randy Orton's manager at this point.
He's a good valet for Orton. I think you're going to get him in a triple threat with Orton and KO because Orton's going to turn around and blame him for KO turning on him, and I don't know.
Maybe Cody can fight, I don't know, the Saudi prince for the title. I don't know.
He's got a ring.
I just ordered my replica belt of that for $45,000.
He's got more rings than Dax Prescott.
I was going to say he's got more rings than Bryce Harper, but okay.
Oh, that hurts. That hits too close to home.
It does. It hits right here in the chest.
That's not even right.
But oh man,
I don't know.
All I'm just hoping for is that for Survivor Series, please do not bring Cody into the.
No.
That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about.
You wished it into existence, Ted.
If the Rock shows up for Solo, I mean, there's more Samoans out there. They did just sign another cousin.
But which family member joining Roman's side gives the crowd a pop? None.
Yeah, exactly.
Who?
Paul Heyman comes back with Brock Lesnar. I'm telling you.
That right there would give you a better pop.
That would cancel out The Rock showing up for Solo.
And then at the end of the match, after the Roman side wins, Brock destroys Roman.
Yes.
Because
and then Brock destroys, I don't know.
Everybody.
Yeah. Brock beats up Jacob.
And then it turns into Paul Heyman going back with Brock and no longer with Roman, and a feud starts with them two because
I just say really fast?
Heyman's pissed off at Roman for not helping out when after WrestleMania and he got basically beat up. Yeah.
Can I just say real fast? They let Jacob talk last night for a little bit longer than normal.
And it was phenomenal.
He's going to be an absolute superstar.
Yeah, 100%. He was so believable.
I love everything about him.
Yeah.
I think WrestleMania 42, he will be in one of the championship matches.
As he should be.
I love it. I
hope he is the future because Solo's is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Solo's got as much charisma as a dead cat. It's just so bad.
I just can't. Every time I see Solo, I just see his father. So
no, even at least Rikishi had charisma.
I think Solo's pretty good.
Jay got the charisma out of the three of them. That's for sure.
He's not talking.
But I want to see at some point. It obviously won't be this year, but maybe next year. But an awesome Survivor Series, War Games match would be the Paul Heyman guys.
That'd be cool.
Roman,
Punk,
Brock,
Punk, Lesnar,
yeah,
Ryback, Curtis Axel,
Austin comes back.
Austin, Undertaker, Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Versus who?
I don't know, but I just
versus the Heenan
family. The idea of that team up sounds it sounds fun.
You know what? I just read that, and I could be wrong, but I don't know if it was a fan edit poster the other day I saw, but the next AEW event is it All In or something like that?
All Out.
All out.
All out. I thought I saw Dustin
All over
on the
there.
I thought I saw Dustin on the poster, but I heard that his contract's up.
So
It is up.
His contract is up, but he's not leaving. He's going to retire there, most likely.
Probably.
Because I that would have been
What would be cool is
he came back.
if he worked it into his contract that he could come and appear. Like last year's WrestleMania would have been the perfect time for him to appear and help his brother. Now,
He was there, wasn't he? But he
was there. He was up in one of the boxes watching.
Yeah.
But now to have him come back, it's like, why? Cody?
Yeah, it kind of loses its luster.
Cody's already making that belt awful.
Oh my god!
Zing.
Zing, pal.
Ding.
Why did I come on today?
I don't know, boys, but guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I think we're good to end this here because I don't really have that much to talk about. I mean, I can bring up Joe Hendry, but other than that, just saying Joe Hendry's name for the hell of it.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
What if we got Cody on here one day just for him to lambast both Frank and I? Just like tear us a new one.
I'd love every minute of it. I would just mute my microphone and just watch.
So let me tell you one thing.
Listen,
that was terrible.
I have to finish the story.
You sound like
what do you want to talk about?
You sound like Sylvester the cat. You're awful.
Stick to Jay Leno, JJ. Just stick to Jay Leno.
All right, I will.
Take us out as Jay Leno.
Then Roman, you turn it on Sammy for it.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
It wasn't my fault. It was Conan's fault.
I'm gonna drive a couple cars.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next video, and should be an exciting week of wrestling. And we're just going to be getting ready for Thanksgiving and War Games, gentlemen. So,
yeah, boy.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.